Good morning and welcome to Fort Zeller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. Today is Monday, March 29th, 2021. It is back to a day 3. Don't forget to make sure to welcome back our librarian, Miss Breeden. And then we also have our substitute art teacher, Miss Hicks, in for Miss Panza. So make sure we welcome them back to Fort Zeller. We've definitely missed having library, and we definitely miss having art. So I'm sure you guys are excited to have those specials once again. And of course, we wish Mr. Babieres and Mr. Whitman well as they go over to Jackson Elementary School. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to participate in the Mindful Minute. Mindful Minute's a good way to get yourself to settle and notice what is around you. Savor the blessings that are right there in front of you, but we all too often forget to notice them. We take them for granted. So let's go ahead and just stop and pause. Using our eyes, look around and center and focus in onto something in your environment, something big, maybe something small, and just study it. Just stop your life and simply study that thing you're looking at and notice its size, its shape, its colors, the many different colors in it, the shadows it makes, if it makes a shadow. Then using your nose, take a breath in and out and consider what you smell. And then using your skin, feel the air that is around you, your clothing. Is it rough? Is it soft? Is it smooth? The temperature around you, is it warm? Is it cold? Is it dry, or does it feel more humid and moist? And then finally, using your ears, just stop, pause, and observe. What sounds do you hear that you didn't notice until now that you're paying attention? Very good. All right, now we're going to move forward, and you can use any breathing technique that you like, one that you've developed, one that you have shared with me that I haven't shared with anyone else yet, or perhaps one that you've tried from me and you just happen to like it. I'm going to use the starfish breathing because that's Mr. Lin's favorite, but you can use any breathing technique that works for you. Let's notice our body, notice how gravity pulls us down, and notice how that chair, or in my case, the couch, holds you up. Get yourself in a comfortable posture. I like to close my eyes, you don't have to. Let's go ahead and take that first breath in and out, allowing your shoulders to relax. As you breathe in again, slow it down. Experience that breath as if it was the first breath you've ever taken. And as you breathe out, allow your body to settle into your chair. Allow your chest to relax. Breathe in. And draw your attention to only what is going on right here as you breathe out right now. If your mind wanders to anything else, notice that. Breathe in. And tug your attention kindly back to what is right here and right now. Being mindful. Breathe out. And once you're in the rhythm, go ahead and notice your body as you breathe in. Notice your toes, wiggle them, and your heels. Notice too your ankles and your lower legs and your knees. Breathe in. Shine the spotlight farther up your body to your hips and your lower back. And as you breathe out, notice how your back, upper back, and your shoulders can relax if you give it permission to. Breathe in, put a spotlight on your belly. Notice how it expands like a balloon as you put more and more air into it. And as you breathe out through your mouth, notice too your chest and your arms and your elbows and your wrists and your hands. Yes, all 10 fingers. Wiggle them. Breathe in. Notice your neck. Notice your head at the top. And as you breathe out again, notice what feelings you've brought to school today. I do not know what kind of weekend you had. Maybe you had pleasant or unpleasant feelings, but just notice what they are. As you breathe in, identify them as anger or sadness or happiness or humor because maybe there were things that were funny. You should breathe out, sit with those feelings, even the unpleasant ones. For once, be kind, let them in, let those feelings in, don't push them away, and let them tell you what they need to tell you. Breathe in. In due time, they will leave this moment. So will you. And as you breathe out, you can ready yourself for what is now. Now, in a moment, you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort, where you're loved, where you're cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not is ultimately your choice. So choose wisely, work at it, and yes, enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You could go ahead and take a seat. I want to thank you for joining me in the Mindful Minute. It's a good way to get ourselves to, notice what's here right now. Again, some of you guys were in PE with me, and we started noticing what was around us at that time that we didn't notice until we started paying attention. So think about how many other things are going on right now because our minds are worried about something else going on in the future or maybe something that happened in the past. And we're really not noticing what's going on right now, right? So notice, use your senses, study your feelings, notice how your body feels. That's all part of mindfulness. All right, now, mindfulness is a good way to get yourself ready for the day. It's a good way to get yourself to notice that you exist right here and right now. And it's a good way to get yourself to say, you know what, I'm going to let go of some of those other feelings and I'm going to allow myself to get myself ready to learn in class, to enjoy learning. That's a choice. You can choose to not enjoy learning or you could choose to enjoy learning. That's your choice. Readiness also means being ready to use the hallway the right way, use the bathroom the right way, to get to the cafeteria and use the cafeteria the right way, to show that you're ready to eat and ready to clean up after yourself, and using a level 1, right? We don't want to be too loud in the cafeteria. Also, showing that you're ready to be kind to other people, telling them that you like them just the way they are. Yeah, make sure you tell Miss Hicks in art as well as Miss Breeden in the library just how much you appreciate them. Tell them that you like them just the way they are. And that is a good way to also be respectful, respecting other people and letting them know that their existence matters. Respect is so important. You got to give that respect to other people so you can actually feel that respect back, right? People are not going to know that you're inviting them to be respectful to you if you're not going to give that respect and kindness to other people. And finally, show that you're responsible with your hands, with your feet, with the words that come out of your mouths. And, in March, we have focused on the character trait of integrity. That's doing the right thing when nobody else is looking. And I shared that story of me washing my hands in the bathroom and seeing trash on the ground. I could have just as easily walked out, right? Nobody would have noticed that I ignored the trash. But in fact, if I had actually picked up the trash on the ground, I would have had to wash my hands again. So doing the right thing, even when nobody else is looking, meant that I had to stop washing my hands and clean up that trash and then wash my hands again. Nobody was going to give me a good job. Nobody was going to give me a gold star because nobody was going to see it. But integrity is doing the right thing even when nobody else is looking. And this happens behind the teacher's back, behind your friends' backs. Yeah, even on the bus, definitely on the bus, right? So doing the right thing when nobody else is looking. But as we go into April, after our PBIS assembly last week, I also want to remind us that we are moving to a spotlight on the character trait of perseverance. That's never giving up. Things can be hard, things can be tough, and sometimes we do want to give up. But are we going to give ourselves the kindness to be frustrated, but then get back up, dust ourselves off, get back on the horse and try again, and keep trying again and never giving up? That's what perseverance means. All right. Now, in the month of April, we are also going to be celebrating Poetry Month. And starting today, I will, and a lot of the grown ups here at Fort Seller, will be sharing a poem. So, teachers, after this morning announcements, you could click on the second link that I sent out, and I will read a poem and talk a little bit about what poetry means to me. All right, I can't wait to see you guys around. If nobody else has told you this, make sure you hear it from somebody in your life, and that's Mr. Lin. I love you, and I like you just the way you are. I challenge you to say that to other people today. Have a great day, everybody.